All right, so let's go into Adobe Audition and let's start from the beginning, and that is setting up a project. So it's because of the fact that I've connected up my webcam has asked me about the audio devices connected to the operating system. I'll come back to that in a second. So let's start a new project. I'm just going to close everything. I'm not going to save anything. And so there's basically a couple of different ways to create a project. One is that I can click on waveform. I can title my waveform. Let's say I'll just call this test. Click OK. And I can do a recording. So if I click the record button, hello, I am recording audio in Adobe After Effects. And it's just that simple to get started. I'm going to stop. So what I've done here is I've created an audio recording in waveform using the waveform editor. And then I can save just this one file. We're going up to File, choosing Save As, and I save the audio file itself. So I choose a name for the file. I choose a location for where the file is going to be stored. I choose the format. My suggestion is either to use MP3 or WAV. And then I click OK, and I've successfully saved my file. So that's when I'm creating a single file. That's how easy it is to record your voice. I'm going to go over that in more detail. And then I can go in and I can start editing this. So what I'm doing here is I'm editing one file. Now, in addition to that, I can work in multi-track. So I'll go to multi-track. It prompts me to name the multi-track. I'll just call this test 01. And then it asks for me to choose a location where the file is going to be stored. And my suggestion is to make a project folder and put all the elements that are part of that project folder into that folder. And then there are various templates that I can use. DJ drop, podcast, 24-track music session. Right now, we're just going to leave it on none. And I click OK. And I'm now inside of the multi-track editor. And this is where I'm mixing, say, music and voices or special effects and music, whatever the case may be. And so I can grab my files that I've created and I can drag them and drop them into here. And then I can edit multiple tracks inside of the multi-track editor. Now, there's another way that I need to save. I'll go to File. I choose Save As. Let's go to File and choose Export Multi-Track Mixdown, and that will allow me to either export the entire session or selected clips. And when I do this, I'm creating an MP3 file or a WAV file. It's going to take everything that's in the multi-form editor, the multi-track editor, and mix it down and allow me to create a file. And I can also choose Save As. When I choose Save As, it's going to save everything inside of the multi-track editor. And this is a project file. So I give it a name and it's going to save it with the extension SESX, okay? So those are the different ways that I import my content, export my content. I can import additional files by double-clicking in this area here and then selecting a file and clicking Open. And then once the file is inside, I can select that file, drag it onto the timeline. And what it's doing here, it says the sample rate of the inserted file does not match the sample rate of the session. Press OK to make a copy of the file, which will then be conformed to match the sample rate of the session. I'll click OK. And it's going to conform that. And now I've got a music track in addition addition to my voice track, okay? And then I can take the volume and just grab that and drag that down like that. Hello, I am recording, turn it down a little bit more. Audio in. Let's turn it down a little more. And Adobe After Effects, and that's basically how you'll create projects. And then I can export this. And there's other ways that we'll be working with and controlling our audio. But what we did here is we looked at how to set up a project, how to save a single WAV file, how to save a multi-track, how to export your multi-track, and how to import additional audio files and load them into the multi-track editor.